Okay, I think we're live. I don't know, so let me know if you can hear me and if you can see me. I think we're okay, so I'm going to set some things up and we shall begin. So, I just want to begin by saying thanks everyone. This has been quite an emotional day. Actually, thinking about all the things that came to this kind of a moment, right? I know it's just a number, and I know it's just another number in a pool of numbers, but it means a lot to me regarding all the effort that I put into, and yeah, I'm very grateful of every one of you, because you are supporting this channel, and it means a lot to me. So, as you can hear in my accent, you'll probably know I'm not from America. I'm from Chile, and I'm going to be talking in Spanish a little bit between the English talking, because I also have some people that are here, and quite of an alarmingly growing amount of Spanish speaking people. So I'm going to be talking also in Spanish a little bit, if you don't mind, right? My English is always not the best. I'm doing my best to talk properly and slowly, and trying to pronounce my words, because otherwise I will get lost. So just give me a little bit of a minute to talk in Spanish and say hello to the people in the chat, okay? Okay. Ahora no me puedo sacar el inglés. ¿Cómo estuvo ese? No puedo hablar en español que no sea chileno. Ese es el problema de hablar en español, principalmente. Pero no, un saludo a toda la gente que se ha sumado también al canal y que sabe que soy de mi nacionalidad y que sabe que soy de Latinoamérica. Y en general a toda la gente que está sumándose y que entiende obviamente el porqué y las razones de por qué elijo el inglés como un idioma particular, pero no es porque en algún momento quiera renegar de mis raíces de cierta manera, sino que solamente por una cosa internacional del internet. Simplemente así partió, así comenzó, y obviamente es de la forma en la que el canal ha crecido, de la forma en que ha crecido, ¿no? So that was my English, non-English thing I'm going to do for just randomly. I don't think I'm going to let you know when I'm speaking in Spanish, so it's just going to happen, okay? Okay, this is going to be really short. I'm not sure I'm going to be doing this too much. I just wanted to say thanks to every one of you, maybe showing myself to some of you that don't know who I am, and primarily just respond to your questions about anything, and trying to give you a little bit of a story on how this channel just became, just how it came to be. So I'm just going to be talking for a little while. I like to chat, I like to make conversation, but I know this is not the the channel for it. So this is going to be just a little bit of a random thing in the channel, okay? So I asked also some of you people in the community tab that you give me some feedback on words on the channel. Maybe how did you get to find the channel, and how do you think it helped you to achieve your goals as a musician, or whatever you want to say, really. So I'm going to be reading some of that comments that are here on the community tab. I usually post some things on the community tab if you want to follow over there. So I'm going to be reading some of you guys, some of the subscribers, okay? Mr. I don't know how to pronounce it. Content. Basically, without your channel, I would have given up on playing bass, and I just love the quality of your videos. It really helps me to learn. Thanks so much. Also, Mr. Phantasm, I guess, says, you're one of the best cover channels out there. You really helped me learn all of my favorite songs on bass. I appreciate your channel. By the way, you need to cover Dean Town by Wolfpack. Well, that's the latest cover in the channel. Actually, that took me a lot to get, so check it out if you want to. Thanks so much, Brian. I think I know you for other streams. Hola. Orange country or county? I know, California. Hello to everyone. It's always weird to know that I have people watching me from everywhere, so it's always kind of a strange thing to think about. It's weird, and I see always on demographics, I see people from I don't know, some countries that I probably would never visit in real life. So it's kind of a strange thing to assimilate, but I know how the internet is, right? So it's been a long time. It's been about 7 or 6 years, I think, of this work that I've been doing, and so this all started about 7 years ago, I think 2011, something like that. And the main idea of this was just, it was more of a selfish idea, I think. It was just the idea of teaching myself to learn the instrument that I wanted to learn. Okay, I come from as I said, I come from Chile. Chile is a country in South America. It's not a very well-known country for having the great opportunities for musicians. Really, I would call it a third world country, even if it doesn't want to admit it. And it's hard. It's hard, and I know people that are struggling every time to make a living out of music. And after school, I just wanted. I remember wanted to be. I wanted to be a doctor, I think. On the last year of school, and at the end, I just decided to go for music because I've always liked music, really. I've always liked to play. I played guitar from about 12 years ago. 12 years old, I think, something like that. And I don't know. I had a teacher that really encouraged me to go on for music, and I went to music school, and I graduated actually from a music bachelor's. I think you could say something like that in your country, music bachelor's. We call it licenciatura, and it's something like that. And So I knew that the only options for musicians here in Chile usually are, you know, being a teacher in schools, maybe, I don't know, having some other type of works, but it always has to be with teaching most of the time. And I really wasn't into it at the time. I just wanted to have some success with my band, my new band, Ineres, and I just wanted to have some success as a musician in the idea that I wanted to achieve. You know, that kind of a Hollywood idea of the rock star musician and whatever. We all wanted it. And I began trying to play bass for this band, and I wanted to learn. And I said, okay, let's find some tablatures for bass. I knew tablatures for guitar. I knew they always sucked. They were always really bad. And I just wanted to kind of fix that and convalidate that thing with my recently affection to learn music. So I wanted to make transcriptions. I wanted to make good tablatures, knowing that tablatures are kind of like the popular thing, you know, for people to learn on the internet. It's kind of like the internet score. That's why I kind of like I like to use it. I know the limitations of a tablature. I know everything about it. I know it's not score and whatever, but I kind of like I always defend it because I think it's a good tool for learning in whatever amount of learning that you want to have, right? So yeah, I just wanted to create good tablature. I just wanted to go for this new idea of YouTube that wasn't really quite used in that moment. There has been some cover channels, but I just wanted to have the kind of like the Guitar Hero influenced thing of having your tablature, going through and learning at the same time, having the video, not people talking all the time, just having the direct influence of the content in your face, right? So I just wanted to go for that. I just wanted to go for that idea. Some people are asking questions. Sorry if I'm not. Thomas Richards asks, "What did you study?" Okay, I studied in. I don't know how to translate that. I would say it's kind of like the Catholic School University of Valparaíso, Universidad Católica de Valparaíso. I studied music there for about 4 years, and I really liked it. I think I really didn't appreciate enough that opportunity at the time, that learning opportunity. I just went more into myself and what I wanted to achieve. Maybe, obviously, a little bit less mature than now. So I kind of like regret not having all the opportunities that I could have on that context, but it's in the past, right? So I just wanted to, as I said, in that time, my main goal was not becoming really the usual teacher that has to deal with a class that really is not into the thing that you're trying to give to them, and all the things of the school system that really suck, right? So I just didn't want to go for that, and if it would take me just having that kind of like that jump in the void that is to create a YouTube channel without knowing how to do it, really not knowing how to edit, not knowing how to put the tablature on screen, not knowing really anything, and just going for it because I had the idea, right? And it sucked for a long time. I mean, for about 1 or 2 years, I obviously wasn't making any money. I just was doing it for me and for the idea of learning, and nothing more than that. But after some years, I just needed to create some income on this, and I needed to make it a little bit more professional. So I just went for it and woke up every day trying to think about how to improve the channel, how to create everything that you kind of like see now. I know this is not the perfect channel or whatever, but I work in every detail that you see on the videos, on everything. So it's my life's work. It has become my life's work. So it's really, I'm really proud of the channel and everything, but I'm really proud of the thing that came to be the thing that saved my income problems, really, and that was the support of the people on Patreon mainly, and that meant knowing what Patreon was. And at the time when I entered into the idea of Patreon, there wasn't that many people into it. I just went for it. I had just one Patreon for about a year, I think, maybe 2. Then came more people having that opportunity of giving something in exchange. That all came with ideas and more ideas crossing my mind, and dealing with the lack of resources, really. I don't know how the thing is in your countries. It may be worse, it may be better, but here, for things like this, it's quite rare. The thing that I do is really strange. Some people, I usually struggle trying to make people understand what I do as a channel, as a YouTube channel. It's all very weird, right? So everything of this led to Patreon, and there everything kind of like went into a more professional setting, right? Because I saw an opportunity and I just went for it. But it meant really a lot of work. I don't think I've ever seen none of this I say to brag. I'm not that kind of person. I don't even show my face. Come on, I'm doing it now because it's an opportunity. But it's hard to do what I did at the time, because you needed to be really consistent with videos, weekly videos of a thing that is really hard to do, and it's a lot of work. Maybe you don't know it really, or it's hard to think about it, but transcribing with a good enough transcription, everything that it meant, it was a really stressful thing at the first time that I didn't even know how to do it. Now I do it a little bit better because I've been doing it for about 6 or 7 years, right? But it was hard. I don't consider myself someone with a talent for anything. I just want to go for it and practice and be obsessive about it. And if I have something to deliver to you in that way, is that you have to just go for it. Be insistent about it and go for it, and something will come out of it, right? So that's when kind of like it began a little bit more professionally speaking, this channel, Cover Solutions and all the things, right? But yeah, I'm going to switch. No, I said I wasn't going to tell, so I'm just going to do it. Alguien pregunta aquí: hola, me gusta caleta tus videos y te quería preguntar, ¿desde cuándo tocas el bajo y qué género musical es tu favorito? El bajo lo toco desde hace 9, 8 años. El bajo lo toco desde que comenzó el canal. El primer video que hice en el canal fue una de las primeras canciones que toqué en bajo. Prácticamente pueden ver todo el progreso que he tenido como instrumentista de bajo a través del canal. ¿Y qué género musical es tu favorito? La verdad es que no tengo ningún favorito de nada. Nunca lo he considerado. Antes sí lo consideraba, pero creo que ahora no tiene mucho sentido. Después de que uno escucha tanta música, se da cuenta de que llegar a tener favoritos es un poco complicado. De lo que sea. Favoritismo no me atrae mucho. Hay muchas cosas que me gustan. No me casaría con nada, la verdad, en ese sentido. Muchas cosas me gustan más, me gustan menos. Mañana me podrían gustar más. Creo que es un poco exclusivista de decir. Okay, that was the Spanish thing, right? Do you have another bass? I actually don't. I actually don't have another bass. I know that's weird, but I don't. I've been having this. I bought this bass for my band, for playing in my band, and for creating this channel. The first thing I said came first, and then came the channel when I tried to learn. And I remember just actually borrowing money for being able to buy the instrument. It's not a really an expensive instrument. You can find it and see that it's not really the best instrument in that matter of price and whatever. But I think I was quite lucky with the consistency of the instrument. I mean, it's not broken, it's good, and that goes well for me. And I going on in the channel in the time, first of all, and the main thing is that for most of the time I don't have the money for having another instrument. Really, it doesn't work like that here, specifically in this country. It's not that you can say I have many basses, it's sometimes it's not that easy to say something like that. But even if I had the opportunity now, I just go for it because I really like the message that I'm kind of like delivering to the people when they see me with the same instrument and having maybe kind of like a quite different tone on different songs. Or maybe people are asking to themselves, why doesn't he change the instrument? Or maybe giving the excuse and saying, oh, he sounds good because of the instrument, right? And I just didn't want to do that either. I just wanted to go for the same instrument and show to people maybe you can do the same with even a cheaper bass. Most of the time it has to do with even if it's a cliche now it's in your fingers. It really is. Even for bass, an instrument that's so organic that you play with your own flesh, right? It's really a game changer if you know how to deal with tone with your own fingers. Thanks so much to Brett, by the way. Keep it going, brother. Brett Macan? I don't know. I think I've seen you in the stream, so thanks so much. So, as I was saying, having the same instrument for me is just that. It's just that idea. First of all, I don't think even at this time I don't think I can afford myself to have another instrument and just say, oh, it's another instrument that I just bought. It will hurt, actually. It won't be good for the economy to just say, okay, this month I'm going to buy another instrument. I just can't say that, really. So I'm not really bothered with that. I know that with the instrument I have, I still have miles to go on with my music and with my playing and whatever. I could use even a worse instrument. It's not that. It's not the instrument. For me, it's not the instrument, really. You are the instrument, the real music creating thing. That's why it's called an instrument, really, because someone is controlling that, right? And you need to take care about that thought. I've seen many comments. I see comments every day of people saying just which pedals gave you that tone, and sometimes it's just me. I just added some simple equalization, some simple effects and whatever, and it's just me. So, and first of all, if you have a crappy instrument, and if you have a good way to project that signal out, having a good audio interface, having a good amp, maybe a good DI box, a good skill in mixing an instrument, knowing how to deal with frequencies, knowing how to deal with compression, knowing how to deal with many things that you can learn for free, right? You can do that for free if you're smart, and if you don't care about some legal things, yeah. And you can go for whatever thing that you want to download and just go for it, right? And you don't need to buy anything, right? I started with nothing, really. I started with nothing, just some cheap audio interface that you can buy even for less now, I know. So don't be discouraged for that. I think that's the message. Mr. Lunatis or Lunatis, I don't know. He actually became a patron. Thanks so much. And he actually comes to almost every stream at night. And actually, I'm going to do a stream this night. This is not going to do for a long time. I'm going to. I think we have about half an hour more. I just wanted to say thanks, as I said, and that's it. Yeah, Mr. Lunaris come to streams and he donates, and I appreciate. I really appreciate every donation that comes on Patreon or on the streams for people that want to just give a tip for me to play something. It's all the things that I do, I think, have given me also the opportunity to learn, and that is really, really important, because now that I do streams every night, I have to play every night songs that I don't know, and I kind of like sometimes figure them out, and it's kind of a nice feeling, and you have to know some things, but you can do it, and it's a really interesting thought that you can create something for people, but you can also learn for yourself, right? So trying to ask, how many songs do you need to know how to play before you're getting laid multiple times by different women and men at a night? I don't know. You can know just one song or a couple. You don't have to be that great to have the popularity of that, really. Most of the things that I know are just for myself, for my ego. Most of the time, I don't know. who has inspired you the most? I think it's kind of like the same thing with favorites, right? Because many people inspire me. I get inspired by most of the good players that I have to cover. A lot of people inspire me. In real life, some teachers have inspired me real good, actually. I'm very grateful for the memories of some teachers that I have. Guitar teacher that I have, the teacher I just mentioned in my school. Most of the time, people that are motivated by music, and that's just it. They just love music and they know how to translate that feeling to you, right? And that's most of it. That's almost all you need to do to inspire people. Just love what you do, and that's it, right? I'm kind of like an inspirational type of guy to talk. Sorry about that. El bajo de Soda Stereo se refome pero me encanta la banda. Muchísimos. Sos un grosso chabón. Buena culiao. Ganó Chile. Uruguay nomás. American music, you know, I really like American music because in Chile, maybe that's one of the ways to translate to you the idea of why did all this started, because here I was really into the American culture at one time, really, and that's because we are all kind of like introduced to American culture by the music, by the ideas, by movies, by games, and whatever. So we're kind of like it may be a little bit too much to say that we know the culture, but we know it a little bit, right? So we're not that indifferent to the American culture. So I'm going to read maybe some more of this comments that came into the Cover Solutions community tabletter that I just did some post, and I have a not normal lizard that says, I was trying to learn Bulls on Parade, but it wasn't quite going well, so I went to YouTube and found you. I also saw that you did all sorts of covers from all sorts of music, so I just subbed, and it has paid off immensely. Thanks so much. Thomas Anderson says, I started listening to bass lines more often, especially in heavy metal, and it inspired me to pick up a bass. I use a little bass learning app, but in order to play the songs that inspired me to play bass, I had to pay a significant amount of money, which I couldn't do. That's sad. Then I saw some videos of Black Sabbath bass covers, Rush bass covers, Metallica bass covers, and many more bass covers of songs that inspired me to play bass, and the best videos I saw were all by you, Cover Solutions, and so since then this channel has been my main source of bass playing and enjoyment. I've also noticed how songs I couldn't play a year ago I can play almost to written perfection, and it makes me happy seeing this whilst playing along to your videos. Thank you very much for inspiring me and continuing to do so. Thanks so much, Thomas Anderson, for that comment. Thanks so much. I have many comments actually. I don't think I'm going to be able to read them all, but as I'm saying all the time, thanks so much for all the comments that you give me every time. Really good comments, and I appreciate it. Some comments are actually really good, of people that every time that someone says to me that they are kind of like inspired to take the instrument and making practice a thing that is not that annoying to do sometimes, and you can practice with the songs and whatever. That inspires me a lot, actually. In order to answer the question about inspiration, I think some of you people actually inspire me a lot when I see that I'm doing some things good for you, right? And that it's the main thing about this. This is supported by people, so I'm glad that people are happy with that. I'm just trying to be that kind of receptor, right? So when someone says to me that I don't know, that having picked up the instrument made him wanted to go into a band and apply for a band, or play more, or be more into music, or discover new music. That's a thing that I really like also, because you can see that I'm not always covering the most popular songs. Also, I'm just trying to go for all kinds of music that can be played. In the main I mean the main reason because of patron, right? Because some patrons ask for some songs, some ask for others, some are not very well known, because most of the time are the songs that they like, right? If you're going to pay for a song, you're just going to pay for a song that you like, that want to be done, and I understand that, and I respect every song that I listen and have to play, and I never go, oh, that's shit, or whatever. I never go, oh, that's I don't know. I never judge music. I like a really high spectrum of music. I learn to appreciate some things out of some music, but I'm always criticizing every time of type of music, right? But I know how to go and see the good side on some types of genres, or the good side on the other types. I'm always trying to go for that, right? Don't know if you'll do more questions, but what about more lesson videos? You did a bunch of fun ones a long time ago. How about some more? I'm just thinking about going back to that, but most of the time I can't, because I'm working in a lot of songs that I have pending on Patreon and whatever. But I'm thinking about leaving some Fridays, I think, to make some live lessons, maybe talk a little bit, giving you lessons of the instrument. That's why you're here. I understand. I really understand if you're not watching this, obviously, because it's just a bonus. This is just for the goal that it's made to, and that is one of the things that I also wanted to say, and I just wanted to state my opinion on that. And the main thing is, I really don't like in the idea of becoming the clickbaity channel, right? I just want to be that kind of channel that doesn't go for that way, and maybe I can because people are supporting me for the content and directly, right? I don't have to go and put some things in the thumbnail to attract people, or show my face all the time and do some stupid things or whatever that I don't want to. I have that opportunity, right? So I want to take advantage of that. So most of the time I'm dealing with that idea. I have to work with the idea of delivering just the thing that people want to see. And if you're subscribed to this channel, you want to see bass covers all the time, or covers of other songs, other instruments, but with the same format, with the same idea. You don't want it maybe to be changed if it works, right? And you you don't want to see my face all the time. It doesn't work for learning a song, really. And that was the main idea at the first time. I mean, I was a little bit shy at the time, but I would have shown my face if that came to. Actually, the pilot, the kind of like the pilot of the first video I did, I showed my face all the time, and then I saw that I didn't like the angle. I didn't like the idea that the tablature is just too tiny. I just wanted to have the instrument and the tablature and nothing else. And I just discarded the things that came to be not important for the goal of the channel, and that is learning the song, right? That is kind of like the main thing, because I don't show my face. Brett, again, thanks so much. I just enjoy watching a great improvisation or interpretation of a great song. I know that. If you don't know about the streams, I do them every night almost. Maybe it's a little bit late for some of you. For me, it's late actually. And I just play and do whatever I want. I play for the songs that you want me to play, and that has actually become a newer kind of like a section of the channel that I really like, because it's quite organic. It's you see me at the same time solving problems, messing up sometimes. It's obviously another type of income that comes to me, and I appreciate all those opportunities, really. I'm not going to say that I'm struggling for my life right now. I'm just, thanks to you, I have the opportunity to have some commodities and live a good enough life, right? But all the time you need to think about things, and every month you are worried about things that you have to pay, and being adult and all that things that you have to do. So it's never safe, right? That's the thing with every one of us. It's never safe, right? But I don't complain, really, and it's all thanks to you, and that's quite nice. What else? What else? Okay, I'm going to read some more comments here on the community tablatures. My father wanted me to learn an instrument, and when I said I would play bass, he got very excited, but I was completely lost, and I had no idea how to play until I found your channel. Your channel has helped me learn so many songs and ways of playing the bass. I am very happy for you hitting 500,000. Congrats. Thanks so much. There's other comments that are quite long and unfortunately not going to read, but I appreciate every one of you. Israel S sent me a really nice comment that I read, and that's it with all the stories that you came to write on this community tablature and on the comments every day. As I said, people are giving me good vibes, and that is, I really appreciate it. So thanks so much. Dog Boy. A free super chat. Congrats on 500k. Thanks so much. How many years have you played the bass? I think I answered that already. I've been playing for about I don't know if it's about 8 or 9 years for now. So it's kind of like a long time. yeah. But I don't consider myself the best, really. I would consider myself a good player for sure. But it's just because I've been doing it for a long time and quite consistently. I think that is the word, actually. Consistency, and being consistent with yourself, and knowing that if you want to progress in something like an instrument, you have to go for it all the time. And I say it all the time on the comments, even if it is 15 minutes every day, you have to do it. You have to go for your instrument, and you don't have to. If you have the conviction of just loving what you do, you will play more than 1 hour a day if you love your instrument, right? If you learn to love your instrument, sometimes you don't love your thing that you do by default, right? Sometimes you maybe don't like it for a day or something like that, but you have to learn to love some things, right? And that means studying, understanding, asking yourself questions about what you do, right? So you have to go into that also. Sometimes I remember having not a very good time about my own way of playing, and being really demotivated about my instrument or whatever. And I just went and tried to study and studied, and recently paid actually for a teacher, a bass teacher, a really good bassist that gives me lessons, and on not even on bass, but also mostly on theory, harmony, how to improvise, how to play whatever thing. And those things are really exciting. Studying your instrument, studying the thing that you do, will kind of like make you fall in love again of your own work, right? And it has been working, actually. I've only been playing bass for about a year, says Jason, but everyone says I have gotten better, and I feel I have learned more practicing with joy. Yeah, I'm really glad to know about that, and for all of you that have the same the same kind of opinion, right? I know it may be quite boring to just go for practicing scales, arpeggios, and whatever, but you can apply everything in music, because that's the main goal, right? The main goal is doing good music, so you just have to go for that, right? Playing music all the time, playing with people, it's quite important, you know. If you don't have the opportunity to play with people, you can always go find people, right? It's not that difficult. Apply for bands or whatever thing that you want to do, really. And with the magic of the internet, you can actually play with people over backing tracks. You can play with your own. You can do many things, right? So, would you ever consider doing some direct lessons with people? I believe Adam Neely does something like that. Would be interesting. I actually thought about that some other time, but I have to implement it in a really thought out way. Maybe having some Skype lessons with somebody that allows me to just stream that and have that conversation as a kind of like a clinic, maybe, for you to go for and to get things out of that. That would be a nice idea. Maybe I'm going to try to implement some of that in a time. But for now, the main work is just playing and playing the songs that I have pending on Patreon, really. But yeah, I want to go for more different things, maybe posting some more lessons and all of that, but mostly on each song you will learn something. So that's the main idea. That's why I implemented the idea also of putting harmony chords on the tabs itself, and having information about the harmony that goes into the song. Believe it or not, that's the main way of knowing how to play over any type of music, how to improvise over it, and not just going for the thing that somebody else told you to play, right? I think that's a liberty that will give you something to work on, actually. Your English is very good. Thanks so much. I'm trying to pronunciate. I actually don't have anyone to play with that lives around me, so I practice with you and play with a cousin of mine over the phone every day. That's a good thing to do. Okay. As I said, this is not going to be that long. I just wanted to do the usual. I think I did this thing for the 200k. So probably I'm going to do it, yeah, for the 1 million subscribers if I ever come to that goal, right? So this is just a little thing that I wanted to do, and mostly just to thank you from my heart, really, because I understand, and it's quite reminded to me all the time that people are supporting this channel, just people and no one else. I don't get anything from any song because of copyright, you know that. I don't get anything from sponsors. The only kind of a sponsor that I have is the promo code that I have for the software that I use for playing the tablatures. That's called Go Play Along, and he's actually a quite nice guy, and I really like the software. The software kind of like it's a really important part of my work, so I promote it, and it comes something back to me, but it's not that much, really. And everything else is just people supporting on Patreon, people watching the videos, the base only videos, people watching monetized videos, people giving tips, it's always people and more people. And I'm really proud of that part, because I don't know, I'm kind of like a social thinking guy, and I really like that idea. The backbone of Cover Solutions of the channel is just people supporting someone, and it reminds me of that idea of patronage, and that idea of having direct support from the people that you are giving something in change, kind of like in the old school ways, right? And I really like that. I hope I don't have to go for other means, right? And that's because I have some people supporting me. I hope I always can have the privilege of people supporting this that thinks it's good, right? So with that said, I think I have nothing much to say. Mr. Brian, again, Thanks so much. I support the bass request. Thanks from California. Thanks every one of you that saw this. I don't really know what else to say. It's hard. This is hard because I have to think in two languages actually. Maybe as I said, I'm going to finish really saying something in Spanish probably. But yeah, thanks so much everyone. Keep supporting if you liked, only if you like it. I'm not trying to push anyone, right? And I also like that idea, not trying to push content into anyone. If you want to see it, you'll see it. If you don't, you won't. If you want to support, I'm going to be really, really, really grateful. And if you don't have the opportunity, you can do many things, as I say. So I really thank you. Gente en español, me despediré también dándoles las gracias a todos quienes han estado presentes aquí en este canal. Como les comentaba ya en un principio, nunca voy a dejar de renegar la idea de Latinoamérica y de Chile, y en particular de todo lo que significa ser lo que somos. Y espero poder tener más contenido relacionado con cosas que responden a lo que nosotros deberíamos estar más orgullosos aún, que es contenido latino, etc. Pero en general quiero agradecerle a todos también, porque siempre se siente mucho más cercano el apoyo cuando viene en palabras conocidas y en palabras de tu propio lenguaje. Así que muchas gracias a toda la gente que estuvo aquí también en español. Desde Sebas Lolo 1, Andrea Ibáñez, Otaco Genérico, Nicolás Capurro, etc. Muchas gracias a todos por el apoyo, tal como les dije en inglés, si es que entienden algo, si es que hicieron la tarea. El apoyo es lo más importante en este canal, y principalmente el apoyo de la gente hacia la otra gente y hacia lo que uno ve que puede ser un buen trabajo y que quiere apoyar. Principalmente de esa es la manera en que uno puede subsistir. Sé que si alguno de ustedes es músico y quiere sobrevivir y todo el asunto, va a ser difícil. No les garantizo que va a ser fácil, pero por sobre todo hay que tener la convicción, como les dije, de que se pueden hacer las cosas bien, que no es necesario guiarse de algo externo o de otro país para saber que se pueden hacer las cosas bien. Muchas veces lamentablemente no se nos indica eso cuando estamos creciendo. Todo es lo externo, todo es lo, especialmente en Chile, todo es lo gringo, todo es lo etcétera, etcétera, etcétera. Pero nunca somos nosotros, y eso creo que es un problema. Así que hay que tratar de superarlo. Con eso me despido en español. Ahora vuelvo a English. So that's it, okay? I just want to say again, thanks so much. I'm going to say goodbye, and I'm going to see you in about an hour, I think. Just playing as usual, just going back to the channel as usual, just doing the same things I'm going to be doing for a long time, I hope. And I'm not going to bother you with more of this face thing and all of that, really. I'm just going to go with the goal that came from the channel, the thing that you want to see, and I hope to be in the level of the idea that you want to be supporting, that you want to be watching. So I'm going to put all my effort and work into maintaining that, maintaining the quality, maintaining everything, okay? So I think that's it. Thanks everyone. If you're not watching now and you're watching later, thanks so much. And you can go to the comments, and I will always ask your questions. I'm trying to be there, really. Okay, so really appreciate it, and let's go for more. Okay, thanks so much, and I'll see you another time.